guys, this is Angie from Don't Pay Retail Thrift, and I'm going to do my part 2 to my last video on our garage sales. I just had trouble with the video camera cutting off, so I just thought I'd split it up into 2. This won't be long though. But yeah, I went back and watched the first video, and really, I was showing you guys this Corningware dishes that I had gotten, and I have lost my mind. I was sitting there clearly showing you guys that it said 1975 Corning. Of course, it's not going to focus now, but and then right after that, I said, I'm not sure. It looks like 70s. If you know, let me know. It's crazy. So, yeah, obviously, it is the mid-70s. Yeah, so if anybody noticed that, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't even realize what I say or what I said. Or anyway, moving along. I did forget to show a couple things from the last sale. I got this, I don't know why I'm having such trouble focusing. Let's see if I can back up or something. I got this easel for 50 cents at one of the sales. I think the one where I showed the chicken, the milk glass chicken. But I thought it was really cute. It looks like almost like a gold crown right here and some flowers. And I like to put frames on them or books. Mostly frames. But I have one in particular in mind that I think will look really good on that one. So for 50 cents, I thought that was a great deal. And also at the sale where I got the book, automobile book, and my husband got the albums, I also got this, 25 cents for this light bulb. This is, I got this one for one of my ceramic Christmas trees because they're tall and thin, and they just make the tree light up better when you have the long skinny bulb as opposed to the like little normal like squatty bulb. Oh, well, like those. So yeah, so I grabbed that. Hopefully it works. It looks like it should, but that was a good deal for $1. And this one was funny. My husband had picked this up, and he saw the $2 sticker on one side and the 25-cent sticker on the other side, and he actually took it up to the lady with his hand like this, and he said, how much are these? And it's actually a 16-pack of light bulbs, 60 watt. There's only one missing, so there's 15 in it. And she said 25 cents. And he just had this funny look, and he gave her $1, and then he was like, come on, let's go, let's go. And I'm like, what? And when he got in the car, because he is not the person to do that. He is so the person that would have said, well, it says $2, so let me pay you $2. That's just how he is. So it was just funny to me that he actually was like, okay, he just paid $1 and left. Maybe he thought he had spent too much that day or something. But, yeah, so $1 for 15 light bulbs is excellent. That's a really good deal. And one of the earlier sales we had went to, everything I got, I'm going to show you, we only paid $5 for. Just $5. And this couple, they were probably in their late 80s. They had moved to Colorado from Pennsylvania years before. And it was so funny because I was talking to the lady, and she had a younger, like a 60-year-old lady with her, kind of helping her. She was in a wheelchair. But I was talking to her, and my husband went into the backyard with the gentleman, and they were talking about fishing poles, and he actually also got, which is included in this $5, a fly fishing rod and a tube that it goes in. It wasn't a really expensive one, but yeah, so keep that in mind when I show you this for $5. But the couple was so funny. When my husband came from the back, he said, ask her about, and he said this town in Pennsylvania, and anyway, so I started asking her, and to make a long story short, I swear I think this couple was related to my husband's grandparents, because they knew all the same people, they lived in all the same places, they hung out in all the same, it was just crazy. And the lady, when she talked and laughed, she reminded me so much of his grandmother. So it was so funny. I wish I had videoed her to send it to my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law didn't recognize their names, but she might not necessarily have known them. But it was just weird. I really think these people were related to my husband's grandparents, and it was just such a small world. We actually spent like 45 minutes at this sale, and it was early in the morning, and we still had many sales to go to, and that is just unreal when I'm thrifting. But it was so fun, and they were so nice. Most of their stuff was sewing. She was a sewer. And I just couldn't resist these deals, even though my sewing room, I just recently turned it back into a bedroom because I'm just not sewing as much as I want to or have time to. But so let me show you what I got. One thing I got that was not sewing were these Nancy Drew books. I think they're all Nancy Drew. Yeah, I love Nancy Drew. I used to have a subscription to Nancy Drew books when I was like in middle school or elementary and younger. I would get like one book a month, but it actually had 2 stories in it. So yeah, and I think I actually sold mine. I wish I still had them, but I also sell these. These actually sell really well on eBay if you ever find any. So that's 5. I mean, I would have paid $5 for just the Nancy Drew books. So 5 Nancy Drew books, which are in really good shape. And let me see. They look like they were hardly even read. This one actually still feels like the binding wasn't even broken on it. I was going to see what year it was. Let's see. 1964. So that's older than me. But yes, those are great shape. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell those, or I might keep them. Because I regret that I sold most all of mine. I had the whole entire set. So that was a good deal. And then one thing I got was this cute little iron for sewing and quilting and stuff. And it works. It is a great little iron. That was great in itself. But this one was even better. This is one of those mini irons, and I was actually going to buy myself one of these. You see, it like irons little like appliques and little things when you're quilting, but I didn't. It had this nice little pouch because I want to say it was like $12 or $15, maybe even $19.99 like at Joann's, but that was never even used and never even taken out of the package. That was definitely a great deal there. I always pick up thread from yard sales if I can, because you can't beat the price. And like I said, I paid $5 for everything. Then I got some pieces of fabric, and this is so pretty. I just sold a lot of fabric in my yard sale this weekend, but these were so pretty. This color is just gorgeous. I love picking up scrap or pieces, and there's a pretty good bit in each one of these. This one I absolutely love. I think our new camper, it has the original stove in it is avocado green, and we're probably going to go with something like orange and yellows and greens for that one. I might use that in it. This was just really pretty. It's apples, but it's blue. I loved that color. Just gorgeous fabric. And then this one has a good bit in it. I think this is about 4 yards, but I can't resist fabric. Yeah, I can't resist it. So those were great. And then I also got this really cute, oh my god, ironing board. Let me stand up so I can show you. And it actually does stand up. It's a kid's ironing board. It says Wolverine Toy, Boonville, Arkansas, Spang Industries. And it's not dated, but it is so bright and colorful. It's Little Bo Peep looking for her sheep. And there's a little boy. Oh, I remember that one. I can't remember anyway, the nursery rhymes. But look how cute. This, if I hadn't have taken apart my sewing room, I would definitely have this hanging up in there. I might hang it in my laundry room. I don't know. I might see about listing it, but it is so cute. And it's metal. I don't know. I love that. And I think the last thing I got was this. It was just a practical thing she sold me. It's one of those memory foam rugs, and it's 24 by 58. So it's more than 4 foot long, and it's brand new, and that said $59.99. I can't imagine that someone would pay $60 for this, but I got it for next to my bed because I have like something going on with my foot now, like where I need to get out of the bed on something squishy like this in the morning. It's long, and I'm actually, since I didn't really pay much of anything for it, I'm actually going to attempt to dye it blue or purple to match my room. I'm not a big fan of white, but it feels so nice to step on. Okay, and that's pretty much the last of the haul. But I was going to tell you about this pumpkin. We had our yard sale this past weekend. We were pretty much getting rid of a lot of leftover storage locker auction items. And it's mostly household. We actually did fairly well, but we had about 3 or 4 big items that we sold off on Craigslist in the few days before, like a bed and an air conditioner and a couple other like big items. But this pumpkin I bought last year at an estate sale, and if I remember right, I talked the guy down to like somewhere between $5 and $8, because I wasn't sure if it worked, and he didn't know either, and I wasn't. It's like 6 foot by 6 foot when you blow it up, so I didn't want to take a chance. But anyway, I want to say I paid $5 to $8. It was in our trailer that we had stuff in for the yard sale, and we had the yard sale on Friday and Saturday. I was here Friday, but I had to work Saturday, so my husband was in charge on Saturday, and I had told him there's a couple things out in front of the trailer in the backyard, take it up to the sale. This was in the trailer, in between some boxes of stuff. I did not want it at the sale. Long story short, he somehow got it and put it in the sale, and I didn't know it until later that night. We were sitting down eating dinner, and I said something about, you know, the big pumpkin that I bought last year will be so nice this year, because right now we have our street that we live on, it has recently just gotten a lot of little kids. The house across the street just sold, and a couple with 2 little kids moved in. Next to them, there's a couple that moved here a couple years ago. They have a little boy. They had a little girl last year, and she's pregnant again. And then to my left, there's a new baby was born. And then we also have some neighbors that their grandkids moved on our street. Anyway, there's just a lot of little, like, young elementary to preschool to toddler kids. And I said at dinner, I said, you know, I think all the little kids will love to see this pumpkin during the couple weeks before Halloween. You know, because they're the age that I thought would enjoy it. And my husband had this weird look on his face. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, I sold that today. And I almost spit out my dinner. I thought he was kidding, and I'm like, no, you didn't. He kept arguing with me that he did, and I realized he did. I was like so upset. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? That was not to sell. I didn't tell you to get it out of the trailer. Why did you get it out of the trailer? So anyway, that was Saturday night, and then Sunday morning he had to go to work, and he got home around lunchtime, and when he came in the front door, he's bringing in this pumpkin, and I'm like, what did you do? And then I thought, oh my God, did you sell it to one of our neighbors? And you went and asked for it back? But let me tell you, he sold it. It ended up he sold it to a friend of ours that we both used to work with, and he just happened to remember who he sold it to, and she's like a friend of ours, so he called her when he was at work and said, oh my God, I messed up. Angie's really mad. Can I have that back? But he only sold it to her for $2. And that was another thing that I was like, oh my God, $2? So, long story short, he told me he called her, and she was like, sure, but he said she sounded kind of like down when he said, I need to come get that back. Can I buy it back from you? So, but the worst part is, he took her a $25 Dairy Queen cake to make her feel better about getting it back from her. So now my pumpkin inflatable that I thought I got such a fabulous deal on, now it cost me $25 more than what I paid for it. But I have it back, and I'll get to use it in my yard, and so I guess I should be happy, but I could not believe it. I just thought, oh my Lord. And when he went and got it out of the trailer, he left the other stuff that I had told him to get, and didn't even take it to the yard sale, but he took this instead. It was just like, oh my Lord. So the moral of that story for me is always be here when I'm having my yard sales, because I don't know. I don't know what possessed him to do that, but I was just lucky that I got it back. But yeah, it cost $23 more dollars. So anyway, I hope that didn't bore you. I just got a kick out of it. I thought it was crazy. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.